Good morning, grade 10. We are now on, it's now the 27th of May, I hope. And we are going to go to page 97 and do activity 5.5.2. A guessing game. Now, this is going to be a long one. In this guessing game, a player guesses a number between 50 and 100. That sounds like a random number to me, hey? The computer will then display a winning number. If the number is correct, a message with the words "great stuff" is displayed to congratulate the player, and 10 marks is added to the score. If the number is 5, less than the winning number, we're going to have a message "keep going" and 1 mark is added to the score, and the player must try as many times as they please. Sounds like global variables here, a random number. So let's go and have a look. They're giving us instructions, and that will help us. Hey, so we open the guess program. Fine, I did it. Guess a number folder, chapter 5. Complete the code for BT and guess as follows. The winning number is generated randomly between 50 and 100. I'm just going to say from 50 to 100. That's it. BT and guess. So let's go and generate a random number while we can. Oops, we might need to make it global. If the number guessed by the player is equal to the winning number, 10 is added to the score, and a message is displayed in LBL message. If the number is 5 less than the winning number, 1 is added to the score, and the message is displayed. Question is, well, we'll make our random number local for the time being. Okay, so in the guess button, we're going to generate our, there it is, our guess number. They've even given us our variables there. See? Wait, our win number. Oh. I hate when they give us variables. Well, I don't want to use it. But see, we have our score and our number of tries. So they've, yeah. Our win number, that is our random number. Let's say that's our random number. So I'm going to say I win NO equals random range from 50 to 100, so it's 101. Let's see, 50 to 100, that's right. And of course, random range might not be, math unit must be added over here. Always remember to do that, add math in the uses section right at the top here, so that we can use random range. So I'm going to make that the random number, I win number. Okay, so we've done that. Now, if the number guessed by the player is equal to the winning number, okay, so let's go and get our guess number. So our guess number is the number that the person guessed. So I guess NO. I'm going to use this local variable here, I guess NO, equals string to int y, because, well, unless it's an edit box there, edt guess, that's what the person's going to type in. Okay, so string to int edt guess dot text. Right, we've got our input, we've got our winning number, we've got our guess that the user entered, so we've got that. And now we've got to ask a question. If the number guessed is equal to the winning, then we add 10 to a score. Right, so where's the score? Well, I've got here in the form on create our score equal 0. So our score is sitting up here as a global variable. See that? We're going to add 10 to that. Now, where did our score, how did they get our score equal to 0? They clicked on the form, they went to the events, and on create, there it is, see? And they just double clicked, and then they said our score equals 0. They initialized it to 0. It's an integer, it's a global integer, there it's sitting, and we're going to use it, we're going to add 10 to it in this button click event if I win number equals I guess NO, then we'll say I score equals I score plus 10. And remember that equal sign is always a colon equal. And if you have an if statement, you say only an equal sign. And an if statement, checking to see if that equals that. So that's just an equal sign. Whereas if you're actually assigning a value to something, you use this assignment statement, colon and equal. Right, next thing. Right, we've done that. If the numbers guessed by the player is equal to the winning number, then we add 10 to the score. A message. Oh, and a message is displayed. We've got to do two things if the number is equal. So if you're going to do two things, so here's something new, guys. We've got to get begin and end around it. Begin and end. See that? We're going to do two things. So we put begin and end. We're not just adding 10 to the score. We're also going to say LBL. What label is it? LBL message dot caption must be equal to what are we going to say? We're going to say they win or what? I suppose so. I suppose we say a win. Oh yeah, we're going to say message. Great stuff. Great stuff. I'm just going by what they said we must put in. But you must remember these two things are going to be in begin and end. It's very important. Going to do two things if they guess correctly. Now we've got to find out if the number is 5 less than the winning number. Okay. So how are we going to deal with that one? If the number is 5 less than the winning number. Okay, let's think about it. All right, we go to our trusty spreadsheet. So if the number to guess is 41, okay, and the is 5 less. Okay, so if the guess number is 39, no, 39, sorry, 39, no wait, I'm 41 was 36 plus 5, so this is the guess and this is the actual winning number. Okay, how are we going to put that one? If 41 minus 5, if 41 minus 5 is 36, so we're going to say if win minus guess equals, not that, 5, then, because that's how it is, exactly 5 less. So if win minus guess is 5, then if I win minus I guess equals 5, then we're going to do what? Begin and end. We're probably going to do two things. That's why I put begin and then the end automatically appears. I'm going to, one mark is added to score and a message keep going is displayed. So then we're going to say our score equals our score plus 1, and then we're going to say LBL message dot caption equals keep going. Now the thing here is, if it's greater than and equal to 5, well, it won't be exactly equal to 5. What about less than and equal to 5? Should rather put a less than, you know, because if that, it means that they're guessing closer to the number, you know. Yeah, not greater than, if it's less than or equal to 5. Because if it's 39, we want them to say, yeah, great, keep going, you know, we want them to keep going. 41 minus 39 is 2. Okay, so I want them to keep going. So that's it. Rather less than or equal to 5. It means that there's a small margin of error there. Then if it is that, then we'll add 1 point to the score and we'll have a message saying keep going. And take note of that begin and end. Very important. If you don't put that in there, your program is logically incorrect. Right, now a player may try as many times as they please. As you can see, there's a number of tries here, and the score. So we've got output here. Okay. A random number is basically generated each time, and a guess number is generated. They've got this here, I number of tries. Okay, fine. I number of tries equal to 0. And each time we go and add, we're going to actually increment I number of tries. So let's go and increment I. We say we'll add 1 to I number of tries equals I number of tries plus 1. We add 1 each time we click the button. This is a button click. So that I number of tries, okay, I number of tries, we click the button and it's going to add the number of tries. So if they say play them at try as many times as they please, it means we're going to click the button. Alright. Now complete the code for B10 score by displaying the score in LBL score. Right. The I number of tries is quite important. I know they said we must use the variables provided, so that I number of tries is a global variable. When you have a global integer, you can actually use it to count the number of times the button is clicked. So every time we click this button, we're adding 1 to that I number of tries. You can always think of it as counting how many times you click the button, yeah? So this win number, yeah. Now, there's another button click that we have to do. And take note, I number of tries is also set to 0. It's a typical thing to do if you have counters or totaling variables that you're going to use in your program. And they're global numbers. We normally set them to 0 in on create or on activate. That is a typical thing to do. Otherwise they might have a random number generated for them. Numbers are weird, and they could get randomly given numbers by the processor. So we play it safe for global variables. If we have global counters or totaling variables, I score is like a totaling, we're going to add up. I number of tries is a counting integer, and therefore we set them to 0 in form create. There we did that. In the button click event over here for guessing, we get our random number that's going to be generated by the computer. We get the guess from the edit box. We count how many times this button has been clicked. And then we ask the question, if win number is guess number, we add a score. And if if the guess is very close, then we add 1 to the score and a message. And of course we did the same there. We had a message as well. Now there's another button click that we have to do, and this is the get score. Complete the code by displaying the score in LBL score. Okay. And then of course we haven't done our winning number yet, eh? I don't know where that's going to be. I think we have to put it there. And we have to put our number of tries there as well. So this is what we're going to do. In get score we're going to display the LBL number of tries, an LBL winning number, and the score. And that is LBL score is the label there. Did you see what I did there? This is LBL score hint, and this is LBL score. And you see I clicked it on the left hand side, and there it is there. So if you can't find your output component, go and look over here on the left hand side. LBL message is there. LBL winning number is there. LBL number tries is there. So we're going to display things in these labels. We'll know that LBL message is already used here with guess. In the guess button we did LBL message. You see that? That was our output there. But now for get score we're going to display in those others. Right, I'm going to just delete that. I'm going to say LBL. Which one shall I do first? Let's do number of tries. LBL number tries dot caption equals int to string, because I know it's an integer and it's a global variable up there. There it is, I no tries. I'm going to use that. Okay, and then the next one we're going to do is LBL winning number. Let's do that one. LBL winning NO winning NO dot caption equals, make sure I'm typing the right. Here, there it is, your LBL winning NO, and that will be our, yeah, that must go into the another button. There's no, the winning number should be a global variable, really it should be. Why? Because we want to put it in the label here, the winning number, after we've finished. When we finish clicking guess, 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 we want to get our score. Well, actually no. In the guess, we'll display it in the guess. Let's see how this works. I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to put in the winning number. I'm going to display in the guess. LBL winning number, which is the number that they were supposed to guess, will be I win NO. So we're going to display that there, but of course it's an integer, caption is a string, and we're going to go to int to str I win NO, close brackets, make sure our semicolons are there. Right, so we've put that in this button click, displaying the winning number, okay, and that's after people have guessed, because each time I click the button there's going to be a new random number and a new guess each time. Now the get score, we want to go in LBL score, get score button, we have to go and display in the caption of LBL score, which is over here. There it's sitting. In this get score button, so we want to display it. So it's int to string, and I score is what we're going to display there. Right, as you can see, into string and I score. Those are global variables, I number tries and I score. Global variables, they were all modified and changed here in this button click event. In the guess button click, we modified and changed our score and our number of tries. In the get score, we're displaying it. Okay, we're displaying it in the get score button, and that's why it's a global variable, because it's been used in 2 different button click events. That's why they are global variables. So now a random number is going to be generated. I'm going to put in a number 24 and guess. The actual score is 67. Now I'm going to put another number in. Let's see if I can guess it. I'm just typing numbers from, oops, I better go and guess. Keep going. Okay, fine. That's pretty hectic. Anyway, get your score. Number of tries 5. Your score is 2, so you got 2 points. Anyway, so that is the program as I see it, and it's a game that you can write and then you can play it. So go and get doing that.